Guess I scraped something there.
Well, hello everybody, and what is this that we have today? Well, Frankie is in for her 7,500 mile service, so the nice folks at Bacon's Motorcycles, or East London Kawasaki, have loaned me this Royal Enfield Himalayan. Let's take her out for a spin and see what she's like.
Well, I'm 170 centimeters tall, or 5'7" in old money. I've got a 30-inch inseam on my leg, and I've got the balls of my feet comfortable, almost just about flat-footing it. I'm definitely easily flat-footed on one side, with the other one on the tippy toes. So yeah, nice and comfy. What do you think? Whoa! It's in gear, you moron. There's the neutral. In gear, no gear indicator. Back brake is decent enough. Slow maneuvering is not a problem. She's nicely balanced. What is that? The lights. Neutral is easy enough to find. I've seen a lot of this bike on a few YouTube channels. Obviously, if you've watched Itchy Boots, Nora has traveled throughout Asia, and she was traveling through South America with a Royal Enfield when COVID hit and everything had to be abandoned. She's obviously on a different bike in a different place, and I know Mr. Saddleback 73 also has one of these. So I thought I'd give it a try. I thought it would be a little bit taller than it is. It's not that tall. It's very nice and easy to maneuver, control. It's got enough, seems to have enough poke for around town. You saw earlier on that, doing U-turns doesn't seem to be an issue. It makes a nice, decent enough sound with a single cylinder. Thank you for waiting. Thank you. Let's see what she does on the Nationals. Rolling on. Second gear. Third gear. Up to 50. Go to 60. She's a bit bouncy. She's a bouncy old girl. Struggling to go to 60. Slowing down. Brakes are good enough to slow it down. She's not going to win any races. normal riding, relaxed riding around the lanes, seems to be decent enough. Comfort wise, I mean, I'm usually consider myself a bit of a short arse, but I'm sitting upright, nice and comfortable. The seat seems comfortable enough, bit narrow. What's happened to my 360 camera? Seems to be lying down on the job. I think I know what I need to do. That's better. Sorry about that, folks. Oh, in my defense, I am a noob. Well, she's not that tall. Guess I scraped something there. Well, she gets up to 50, no problem. Here we are at 60. Well, compared to my road bike, a little bit not so steady, unstable. We've got big tyres on the front, big wheels, so they're not as easy to turn, but you can get used to it. It's just I'm finding it a little bit strange. But you can handle this. All these bumpy roads with no problem at all, with quite a bit of a plumb actually. The clutch is okay, the gear changes are nice and precise. She's a fairly agricultural old girl, but everything works. No gear indicator, but then again, you only really have two gears on a bike, the right gear and the wrong gear. So you should know, are you in the right gear? You should feel right. If you're in the wrong gear, is it too high or too low? Feels beautiful. The mirrors, I've got to say, are not the best. I know that Norley had replaced these stems with some adjustable ones, sacrificial ones. Kind of having to hunt around to see what's behind me. I'm enjoying this bike. I can see how it'd be fun around some more challenging, dirtier tracks. I'm not sure it's right material for off-road. yeah, I mean, the switch gear's decent enough, fairly standard. Build quality, I think you saw from the photographs, some of the exhaust materials perhaps aren't the greatest. So we're kind of starting to look fairly tatty. But otherwise, seems fairly solid. Ooh. Big potholes around here, which are no problems at all for little Himalayan here. I'm not even going to attempt to overtake here. Going out of my way anyway. Easier to maneuver around these bits than my regular bike, because she's so much lighter. I think this bike would make a great commuter. I've no idea what the fuel economy is on it, but I think you could commute all day in it, be easier to maneuver around traffic. Pretty sure you get decent range with it. It has all the power you need for around town, and then even to have a little bit of fun on the weekend. I do admire Lauralee for wanting to take this kind of around the world, or at least travel the length of the Americas, up and down. But I guess she's more familiar with it than I am. She has more to say on the subject, because she has actually done it. I've got question marks about Royal Enfield reliability, frankly. But what would I know? I don't own one. It's just, I guess, the impression that has been left on people. I think just looking at some of the details on the build quality, it's a little bit questionable, but I haven't had anything on this bike to give me any hint that it would be a problem. But I haven't owned one for a long time. This is just my first impression. Would I buy one? Frankly, it's not the type of bike I'm interested in. I would like a dirt bike to actually do, to actually go off-road with. So maybe I'll try one of those at some stage. I don't think this is really an off-road bike, and it's not really for the kind of riding that I enjoy doing, more on the pisties, a little bit higher speeds through the corners. If I was commuting and this was the only bike that I could have, I'd be perfectly happy with it, I guess. I just have to adjust what I'm doing. But the mirrors are awful. They've changed position again. With the wind, I think. Time to go home, I think, and wait for the call that Frankie's had his service. I hope you enjoyed this review. Let me know your thoughts, and if you have any specific questions on the bike, I'll try to answer them as best as I can. Let me know if you disagree with anything I said. Like I said, this is just a loan bike. I'm not even kind of test riding as such. I'm just having a bimble just to see what my first impressions are. If you own one, what are your thoughts? Anything that you like or don't like? Did anything I say upset you? Whatever it is, it would really be nice and help the channel quite a bit if you could leave a comment down below and leave a reaction, whether it's a thumbs up because you kind of like what I've done here, or if it's a thumbs down if you think I should stop doing these. And if you haven't already done so, I would appreciate if you consider subscribing to the channel. I'm at nearly 300 subscribers now, and again, it would help me do more of these rides. If I can talk to the dealers and sort of say, I'm getting so many views for the videos when I do these bike first impressions. Would you let me take one for a ride? I do enjoy trying out different bikes. Some dealers are very, very good about it, and they'll say, yeah, no problem. You want to try a bike? Go for it. That's what they're there for. That's what the demos are there for. I think BMW are pretty good. Easton and Kawasaki, they've had no problems getting long bikes. Triumph, same. I tried to get a ride on an Aprilia the other day, and it was like, oh, you're going to buy blah blah blah. So you have a demo model, but they're supposed to be for demos. Let me demo it, and then I'll tell you if I'm interested in buying. I don't know right now. Oh, you can have it for half an hour. Maybe if you call it the day before. Well, whatever. I'm not going to beg you for it. Anyway, mini rant over. Let's go back to enjoying the wonderful views of the English springtime and the blunted views looking very nice and green. Lovely. In the meantime, thank you very much for watching. I really appreciate it. And I'll see you next time. Bye bye. I best hang off, otherwise I might scrape something else.